going down. Y'all know what time it is. We ain't playing with you. In the club, in the street. Shut up! Y'all know what time it is. Get ready for it. Oh, strongest man alive. Wait to be wet. Step up, bring it. Yes, sir.
Somebody gon' get their ass kicked. Somebody gon' get their wig split. Somebody gon' get their ass kicked. Somebody gon' get their wig split.
Beat 'em up, break his neck, break his neck. Beat 'em up, break his neck, break his neck. Beat 'em up, break his neck, break his neck. Beat 'em up, break his neck,
I never need ball. How could I be scared of a man? I walk through this land like a runner's man. Never can you imagine the pain that I bring. If I say it, I'ma do it in the streets of the thing. It's a K-I-N-G-N Hill, wildest man in the world, and I have no fear. I'm the mean and the mean, the nightmare dreams, the root of all evil. Weak fear me, yeah. Somebody gon' get their ass kicked. Somebody gon' get their wig split. Somebody gon' get their ass kicked. Somebody gon' get their wig split.
beat 'em up, break his neck, break his neck. Beat 'em up, break his neck, break his neck. Beat 'em up, break his neck, break his neck. Beat 'em up, break his neck, break his neck. I'm a crazy and I'm coming through the door. Quick to whoop you up and knock your ass to the floor. Think I'm playing with you, but this fist gon' hit ya. Always in the hood, number one with splitter. Never try to stop, cause you know you can't compete. Live by your rubber, get thrown in the street. It's more about the act up, you better cop a back up. I'll be the next fool in the hood, body stacked up.
Somebody gon' get their ass kicked. Somebody gon' get their wig split. Somebody gon' get their ass kicked. Somebody gon' get their wig split.
Beat 'em up, break his neck, break his neck. Beat 'em up, break his neck, break his neck. Beat 'em up, break his neck, break his neck. Beat 'em up, break his neck, break his neck.
See, I'm a hard hitter, one hitter, quitter. Step up to me, look pretty. You stepping up to a gorilla. I bang your head down to your head like egg dog. Don't think I'm scared, dog. I leave it red, dog. Somebody gon' get their ass kicked. Somebody gon' get their wig split. Somebody gon' get their ass kicked. Somebody gon' get their wig split.
Beat 'em up, break his neck, break his neck. Beat 'em up, break his neck, break his neck. Beat 'em up, break his neck, break his neck. Beat 'em up, break his neck, break his neck.
Get the facts. Economists say Trump's proposals for tariffs on goods would raise costs on average Americans by $3,900. Harris is calling for a $3,000 tax cut for over 100 million Americans. Get the facts. Make your decision.
Biggie.
So I came on to talk about a couple things, dude. So my LCS shut down, dude. They were taking all their shelves out of the shop, moving to a new place. Know what I'm saying? And she never asked me to help move or nothing, but I stopped by, peeped out the scenery. She had some helpers. One of these guys pissed me off a little bit today. He was like, "You gotta get out of the way, man. I'm moving this big ass thing." He didn't say that. He just said, "You gotta get out of the way, man." I was like, "I ain't trying to block you, dude." He didn't say nothing else. It was probably pretty smart of him. He should have said shit from the beginning. I was far enough away. I wasn't in the fucking guy's way in the first place, right? And, you know, I kind of look like a dickhead probably watching him move to shit. But, hey, I was there because I saw they was a little shorthanded when I came through the first time. I said, I'll try to come back later, check on y'all. I come back. there's like fucking 6 guys there. So I think she had it under control. She had her little minions working. So I let the guy say his little thing. But now I don't like that guy. So you made the list. You made the list, dude. That little fucking, hey man, get out of my way. You little dick motherfucker. I'm gonna get you later, brother. Don't you worry. I got me a new short box for my Mylars. Pretty happy about that. Now I got 3 banger boxes. My dude Darth Lopez hit me up. He wanted to talk about YouTubers from 7 years ago. And Brian McClay came on Collector Club. I appreciate that. Brian McClay, he gets a lot of people watching him on his Beyond Wednesday. Beat your ass Beyond Wednesday, Brian McClay. Yo, I spit some bars. Matter of fact, I'm gonna play my fucking my Sticky Goose second song. I had to edit it because I pushed the boundaries a little too much. But I had a Brian McClay verse in it. And, I thought it was pretty fucking creative myself. What can I say? But I've made another song since then. You know what I mean? Well, let's just take a little look-see at this. It's short. It's not that long. It ain't gonna kill y'all to hear my little song. I don't think. Here we go. Yeah. All right. Let me are we still sharing? I can't tell if we're sharing or not. This is awesome right here. Anyways, the comic community from 7 years ago, right? I'm gonna break it down for y'all. All right. Y'all hear it?
Trying to save a buzz. Long neck like a goose, but it cracks like a dog. He ain't got no hair. 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 Alright, part 2 just for you, Sticky Goose, Chucked up goose, motherfucker. Yeah, you always want to talk shit. You want to run your mouth about all the YouTube, 48 other channels. You out of your fucking mind fucking with me, though, dude. Sticky versus Iggy on the mic. I'm gonna pick a fight. Beat his ass Beyond Wednesday. Brian McKay. Cocksuckers, they suck. But I'll even duck. Sticky feathers get stuck. Long neck motherfucker. And yeah, I fucked your mother. Is that your mother? I'm still confused. Leave a goose, bloody and bruised. Might have to stuff a tug. Might have to bust a nut. But she is flatter than a bag and board. Little Sticky getting kicked out of stores. Bangers you can't afford. Birds of a feather, bald head bitches, you know they stick together. If you ain't talking drama, no one's gonna watch you. The suckers will stop. Watch your mouth, leg drops. You keep praying and hoping, take your vitamins. Yeah, that's right, I'm hoping. Ain't no common jack. Back boards, they break and snap. Also known as Sticky Shack, spell it right. How many Ghost Riders you copy, right? Oh yeah, that's right, you got a copy, right? From Durn's Comics Fight. You brought your daddy heroes home. Poor baby, same old song. And Daniel Grower's song. You're just a scrawny cuck. Never seen the light. 5K for a fight. You're kidding, right? Strap on your seat. Going in your meat.
Y'all get the point, dude. All right. I did that in like 5 minutes. Don't judge me. Oh, let me drop the link for you, Darth. We're going to talk about this 7 years ago, a friend of mine told me to drop some MC rhyme, so I said this rhyme I'm about to say. The rhyme was fresh and it went this way. 7 years ago on comic YouTube. All right. So this is my opinion. Brian McClay came on. He said something about Comic Corps. Y'all are the Comic Corps generation, right? And I said I denounce that, dude. Ain't no Comic Corps over here, man. I was 7 years strong before 7 years strong was 7 years strong, dude. Comic Corps ain't got nothing to do with me, man. So this is the way I'm diagnosing 7 years ago. All right. First off, the comic YouTubers used to do pre-recorded comic content. Now I can name off some of the fucking people, you know, blase. I'm not here to do that. I'm just breaking down the ways and methods. All right, here we go. We got Big Darth. What up, Darth?
What, dude, yeah. What up?
What up? I'm glad you made it, man. We can get something done today. You want to hang out?
Order my phone because I lag.
I can hear you okay. You got a little lag though. Oh, he can't see with his phone. He can't hear and respond. He watches from YouTube, then he responds. So it's a little harder for him if he ain't get his live. I didn't give him much time ahead of time. I don't have his Gmail. I'm sorry, Darth. Just hop on your computer and click it, I guess. I don't know, dude. All right, so here we go. 9 years ago, people did pre-records, right? And there was a small group of people. I don't feel like the comic book community was created until people started interacting with each other, okay? So there was a few small amount of people that actually fucked with each other. Like they saw a video, they reacted to the video, then they ended up being friends, and it continued from there. I'd say that's like the beginnings, right?
What
Is that
up?
ain't better? Is that ain't better?
Yeah, it's my laptop, bro. I don't know. It's like a echo. It's like a delay. Like you'll say I'll hear you, and it'll just echo what you just said.
Right, but you're good now.
Yeah. This is on my phone. I just would rather be on my laptop than hold my phone.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'll start from the beginning. I was saying that the comic people, as I know them, 9 years ago, it was like people did pre-records. It wasn't a lot of engagement with other channels. It was just you did your pre-records. That's it, right?
Yeah.
All right. Damn, it's already done? God, dog, she already made my spaghetti. Shit.
Damn.
Fuck.
You have what is called time blindness.
Okay, thank you, Molly.
Well, yeah. I didn't have much time either, dude. I was
Fucking hey, she does that shit on purpose, man. All right.
all good.
Yeah.
We could do this. Man, we could just do this.
I'm gonna hammer it out and then I'll eat my shit. But we're gonna get it done now because this is when I picked it. I mean, we could talk later too, but yeah, pre-records, and then so there was some people that fucked with each other on the pre-records. There was a small group of people. And I'd point you in the direction of asking like Great Legend, Doctor Strange Life. There was this guy named Howler Mouse. They even had fucking auctions, believe it or not. You want to hear some funny shit, bro? I don't know if I've told you this one yet. So they would have auctions, and the way to bid was through fucking email.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so you'd be watching a fucking stream on YouTube and you would bid through email. Live came around, I don't know, 7-8 years ago. You started being able to do live stream.
So what's that? 2015, 2016?
What is 7-8? Yeah, about 2016, something like
because that. That's interesting because a lot of the content I could trace back to 2017. I can't get nothing like I don't know, can't find anything in 2016, 2015. You know, everybody's YouTube channel has. Remember, I was telling you has a date.
Yeah.
That date could very well be when they just made I don't know, account, profile, whatever through YouTube. You know, I have one in 2018. I don't have a channel.
Yeah, I
Um,
don't. I
so
was
that
talking.
that date could be off. But I messaged like Legion of Comics. He gave me his date. DJ Links gave me his date. I got a bunch of dates, but it's those channels that I don't know if they'll respond. I'll get their dates. But off their YouTube page, it has a date, so I might just roll off that. I
So
mean, hey, if I can't get that era and it's hard to talk about it, dude, then I might just kind of condense it in some way and not spend much time on it. And because from 2017 till now, what's that? 7 years, almost 8 years, 8 years, about 8 years.
about 7. I'm working
Yeah,
on
so
8. Yeah,
yeah, going on 8.
yeah,
That's a good chunk of channels that
yeah,
come out in that time, and that's kind of like we got the aggression era. You know what I'm saying? We
yeah,
got
yeah.
the era where nobody really knew about each other. So hey, it might
Well,
be
I'm
easier.
saying like there's okay. I'm calling it like pre-record, and then I think we move into. I heard McClay saying like Comic Corps. I'm saying around that time, at the same time as the first auctions and all that shit. I would call that the
Google.
Google
Yeah.
Hangout era.
See, so when you told me that the first time, I wrote that down. So I have that, right?
Yeah,
So
Google Hangout era was big because that meant other YouTubers could hop on panel together, and that kind of birthed like a lot of more merging. Because before that, it was just you fucking pre-recorded, and then other people might talk about your video or not. You know,
right.
I don't know if there's even any videos with more than one YouTuber on them before that. So, but there is a small group of people that they consider like the founders.
Well,
And that,
do you remember? Do you remember Comic Book Girl 19?
nah, don't
Bro,
know.
oh man, Niobe remembered her, bro. This is 20. Okay, this goes back 2013, 2014. Easy. Yeah, dude, easy 2 years before I left California. I left California out here in the Midwest 2015. And prior years years before that, I was watching Comic Book Girl 19. This channel called AMC Movie Talk. Then it went to Collider, Grace Randall, way back. But Comic Book Girl 19, dude, specifically was a X-Men lover. Loved all things mutant, loved all the MCU and all that. Um, so I wonder, you know what I mean? This was YouTube, and she went through the whole John Byrne. She went through all Uncanny. Did like three parts on it. So there was I wonder, so if she was doing that at that time, I wonder if there was others doing it at that time, and I wonder if not, she could be considered one of the OGs. Because
Well, I don't consider her an OG unless she was intertwined. See, if you're going to say it's a community member,
yeah,
she would have to fuck with somebody else that does comic book content.
yeah, I don't think
There's
this.
a lot of big comic book channels that just don't fuck with other people. Like the community means you fuck with other people, in my opinion.
Right. Oh, there's a lot of channels, bro, that are like that I got on paper and I found whatever I was watching. Like I said, their live chat, bro. None of those people are in over there with Beyond Wednesday and Renovision. They're not over here. They're not even when I'm in Jim Mint. They're not
They're
when
probably not anywhere. Yeah, they probably do
nah,
their
bro. They're
content.
separate. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so
I, I
I think there's one, bro. I think that makes his way throughout the whole multiverse, and I think it's Figure Drawing. You know that
never
name in the
no,
chats?
no, I don't remember seeing them. No,
Yeah, yeah. He's been around.
but just because I don't know, but don't mean anything. Do
Yeah,
they
yeah.
fuck
No,
with
no, I
other
know, I know.
channels?
But
Has he been on someone else's channel?
yeah, he's been on the channels that you would fuck with.
See,
Like
I would count that then. I'd say that counts.
no, yeah, exactly. Well, I just use as an example. Oh yeah, yeah, you're right. But I'm using that
So,
as an example of how there's like nobody in some of those channels that are they're frequent. Like let's just say your multiverse or my multiverse.
so I'm after the Google Hangout era. Okay,
Yeah, where's
I'm
my
going to say there's 3 more phases. All right. So after Google Hangout, this is both around the same time. I'm saying the MCU with maybe Iron Man movies and Walking Dead. I consider that one phase because it was around the same time. You had people doing Walking Dead content. You had MCU guys that got excited about a movie. They started doing comic book content. They got excited about Walking Dead. They started doing comic book content. Now, not a lot of them are in the community, but that was definitely like a phase. Some of them might emerge, some of them may not. Then after that is the Corona. You got the Corona crew. Corona hit around what, 2022, 2020,
2020. Yeah, but here, okay, so prior to that, for 2017, you got Comic Tom, you got Jim Comics, you got Jim Mint, you got Journals, you got Tales from the Flip Side, you got Renovision, my multiverse, basically what I'll call it. Right, you got all that going on already by like late 2017, 2018, way before not way before the pandemic, but like a year, like about 2 years, 2.5 years before the pandemic. So there is that time right before the pandemic.
Yeah. I don't know if they came around MCU or Walking Dead, but I guess you could say Spec, but Spec's always been kind of around. Comic Tom did his. I mean, Comic Tom is fairly new, bro. Like,
Yeah, like
4 years, 6 years. Like
2017, he started. I know this because
I was YouTubing before Comic Tom. I know that. Like I remember him coming. He had a small amount. Him and Bueller came around the same time. I guess.
Right. Jim Comics. I mean, I remember when the Key Collector guy used to do some streams with Jim Comics.
Jim's back now. Yeah,
That's my favorite dude, bro. That's my goat, man.
He's pretty good. Yeah, he's pretty smart.
Jim Comics, bro. That's my guy. Like that's like truly the first comic book YouTube I discovered.
So
that's when I learned the Key Collector app. I was like, "What is that?" And I went to check it out, and that's how I found Comic Tom.
Right.
And I, the rest is whatever. But yeah, I wrote all that down. See, pre-recorded, Google,
pre-recorded,
StreamYard,
pre-record. Oh, that's another one. Fuck,
yeah.
I forgot about StreamYard. Pre-recorded,
Corona,
pre-recorded Google Hangout.
So look, this is what I got because you told me look pre-recorded Google Hangouts, StreamYard.
No. StreamYard didn't come until after MCU and Walking Dead.
See, that's where that Comic Book Girl 19 would come in. John Schnepp, rest in peace. He had this thing called Heroes on a YouTube channel, Collider and AMC. Pretty dope stuff. They talk about comic and throughout the MCU. So I don't, and that is like they all watched The Walking Dead, and that was all you.
Walking Dead was a big one. That's what brought me in for like comics. I was doing action figures before Walking Dead. When Walking Dead came, I was around during Google Hangout. I was doing a little bit of comic shit, but once Walking Dead hit, I was a full blown collector. So after MCU, I'd say maybe that's around. StreamYard was before Corona, then Corona, and now we're where we are. So that's like 6 phases that I can think of that ushered in a bunch of comic YouTubers. So
yeah, man, we might have to do this behind the scenes.
Yeah, 2017 is when Reggie started too. Yeah.
Reggie. See, I don't even have Reggie on the list, man. He's got to be on the list.
Yeah, I should show you.
See, I don't know about Very Gary, bro, because
I got to show you something crazy, bro.
Books, bro. So I don't know, but it is comic books, right? But he just sells books. So Reggie was different, right? Because he would break down a lot of stuff.
So before
man, I forgot about Reggie, bro.
Before
2017.
The Corona and whatever, we had this shit called Discovery Bay Comics. He's on Lords of Lombox.
Right? Yeah. McClay told me about him as well. And I know him.
Now the thing is, I don't know if I can find his fucking channel. It's been so long. Here we go. Oh, Comic Corpse had him on. AOK from Discovery. I can't find his actual channel, but the reason I brought it up was I wanted to show you what he did. He used to do a. Here we go. I found it. Okay, so he used to do a preview to how the shows were going to be during the day, right?
Mm.
And there was a lot of channels, and you could watch some of these, and you could see like some of the channels from 6-7 years ago. So I'm gonna go to one from way back, and we could watch a little bit of it. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Really interesting. So I gotta go back 3 or 4 years. I used to go on his channel and we would do pop-up shops.
All this is mainly all these dudes
Here we go.
in 2017.
Daily comic book channel guide 5 years ago. This is from 5 years ago. Here, I'll get it ready. You're gonna fucking love this. This is great. A lot of these guys in the chat ain't gonna know what the fuck this is. So most of them will, though. Most of the people watch my channel been around a while. All right, so this is one of my homies. I used to co-host on his channel a lot, and you see these channels here. There's like CC Dub, that's Cantonese Kid. There's Comic Corpse, Comic Book Dad, Lords of the Long Box, Unpressable Defects. That looks like Economics, 90 Miles from Comics, Bueller Comics. All right, here we go. I was in the intro. So these are all comic book channels from 5 years ago. And this is just the intro to it.
Do it. Good
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Here, I'm trying to create a turn of the century mood.
So am I. Sammy, here's $5. Can I have 100 beers, please?
Today is Wednesday, September 25th, best day of the week, new comic book day. I've got 12 on my full list, courtesy of R&R Comics in Houston, Texas. How many do you have? Go ahead and drop me a comment below. All right, I'm JB, and welcome to another edition of What's On Today with Discovery Bay, home of the YouTube Comic Book Community Channel Guide. This is the show where I'm going to run down a lineup of content creators that are either releasing, premiering, or going live. Now, halfway through that lineup, we're going to pause for a segment titled the Instagram Tag of the Day. And then finally, to close today's show, I'm going to open a random package from that crazy, stupid pile of comics I still have left open in a segment titled What's in the Box Already? So let's get to today's lineup and find out what's on today with Discovery Bay. Now, all of these times are listed in both Pacific Standard Time and Eastern Standard.
So here's the breakdown. You had Jeff's Comics, Comics with Bueller, 90 MF Comics, Mr. Miracle Comics, Comic Book Dad, Lords of Longbox, Simple Man's Comics, Unpressable, Comic Corpse, and Whitewell. And he would go down the list and tell you all these channels. He'd highlight them all. And we don't have that no more. Like, nobody does that shit. But it was just interesting back when I was first around the community and you had shit like that, you know, like, could you imagine, like, someone gives you the TV guide for what's going on today? It's fucking fire, bro. So we was a lot more close back then, I felt like. Now it's like all these channels just kind of do their thing. But back then, there was a little bit more camaraderie, in my opinion. So those were a bunch of channels from 5 years ago. You know, like 7 years ago, it's a little harder to dig up a bunch of channels. Even further than that, it's a little harder. But what's the life expectancy of a comic book channel? A lot of those channels ain't doing comic book content anymore. That he was talking about 5 years ago. It's kind of unheard of to have a comic book channel last more than 4 or 5 years. I would say it's about a 2 year to 5 year gap for a life expectancy of a comic book channel. Most of them start, they have fun for a year or two, they don't do it anymore. You might get lucky and have a channel for 4 or 5 years. That's a pretty good run. It's a lot less than like a football player, you know, like there's not a lot of comic book channels you're going to get weekly content out of for fucking 10 years. Like there's no point in it besides just having a hobby. So that guy had a ton of time on his hands. Is that what you think? Damn, son of crime. Well, I mean, we all, none of us don't have it. Anybody that does this kind of supposedly has time on their hands, you know, like I don't have time to do shit, but I still hop on here. But yeah, Pocan Joe is a good person to talk to. He's been around a long time. Hell yeah, Pocan's been around forever, bro. Yeah, Pocan, dude. He was there through the Google Hangouts and all that shit. He was one of the Comic Corps guy that stuck around. Just because I wasn't on the Comic Corps don't mean I went around doing shit. Like, we did our own fucking weird things back then, you know? My thing was wrestling. Here's another weird fucking little tidbit. I don't go around bragging about this much. I haven't even brought it up in like over a year. But some people would say, and I would agree, that I was kind of the one that started saying bangers for a term for cool comic. Like, I said banger before a lot of people. And now it's like a very acceptable word. This ain't no time to like be like, oh, this is what I did, this is what I did, or whatever. But just the experience I've had, you know. I got a lot of time on my hands, so I think of weird shit like that.
Wow. You're saying you coined the phrase banger?
I am the banger man, dude. Yes. Wow. Yes. It's very fucking cringy and weird to think of, but
I know they say it in my multiverse, and I don't really like it. It's just weird saying it.
People say banger a lot, and I was saying it. Okay, so before the Google Hangouts, when everybody did pre-records, it was a lot of streams with like they would just show books. People's face weren't on camera. And then around Google Hangouts, people were on. They had their face on panel. It was a lot more of a chatty thing. It wasn't a bunch of pre-records. And there was a lot of this book is near mint, this book is good condition, and shit like that. And I would just be like, yo, that's a fucking banger, dude. That's a big boy book. That's a banger. And I didn't expect anybody else to say it, but other people start saying it now. It's like a word is said a lot. Like I see channels use it way more than I do now. Like I kind of quit saying it, but there for about a year or two, I said it a lot, and I was saying it before a lot of people. But you know, it's this one. I didn't create the word. I didn't do anything. I just made it a comic book term kind of deal. But
right, well,
whatever. You'd have to be around to know what you're talking about. D knows what I'm talking about. D Runk could tell you. My boy Madness knows. Like just like the comic book wrestling. Like nobody I knew was doing promos, comic book wrestling promos before I did it. And there's a lot more comic book wrestling content now, but it's cringy to go around bragging about the shit. Like if I'd made a video every day saying, oh, I made comic book wrestling, I made the banger, people don't want to hear that shit, you know? So I try to just create new things and do new shit, but you know, it's something fun. People are creative as fuck. I like Big Banger. Yeah, I like Big Banger, man. It might sound funny and shit, but fucking people like that word. What other word works for comic books? Not many words. I kind of like cherry. The book's cherry.
No,
nobody's gonna say that. Yeah.
Oh fuck no.
Book's clean.
Yeah. Clean.
Yeah. Anyways, I don't know, man. I feel like I talked about what I wanted to. I got the spaghetti. It looks pretty good.
Yeah, man. We're gonna have to put this together, man. We'll talk right now.
Yeah. I hope that did something. I don't know. Like I said, if you want to talk about the question you asked me earlier today, channels from 7 years ago, I would go on Instagram and hit up Great Legend. He knows the group that was doing the pre-records better than I do. Like Mouse Holler, Holler Mouse, Dr. Strange Life. There's a couple more I don't remember, but I would say that's the ones that are from like 8 to 10 years ago I would start with. That's my opinion. Like there's other YouTube channels, but those guys actually intertwined with each other. So that's where I would start for your thing. And then it gets easier. It gets easier after that.
Yeah, once we get to 2017, I got it. Then it starts to get exciting. Then comes all the beef. My favorite part.
Oh, the beef and stuff. Yeah, there was beefs from fucking. I have beef with Comic Corps, believe it or not. I've had
Yeah,
beef. I've had a lot of disagreements. Niobe.
Yeah, he's a good source too.
Well, Niobe's beef is fucking very minor. Like he was part of Comic Corps for fucking 2 years or 2 episodes. I'm sorry, like 2 episodes and he's out. So, I mean, he does know some shit, but
Bro,
I don't think he intertwined with a lot of people. He did his own comic book creating and shit. He wasn't really in Comic Corps. He fucking blames people who didn't even do shit to him. I'm not like downing fucking Niobe, but some of the shit he says, I think he's a little fucking offbeat. If your like bragging point is I had beef with Bueller and you've been on fucking one stream with him, then that's not much of a bragging point to me.
Yeah.
That's just me. He has been around a while. He's an OG. Don't ever doubt he's an OG. He's more of an OG than anybody I ever met, dude. So there you go. All right, 2015 was the year Polly's and Mylars were. Yeah, Civil War II, man. Economics and comics, yeah.
2017, I think.
Economics.
I remember him. Yeah, I remember him, dude. I think I remember him before the pandemic.
Oh hell yeah, yeah. Economics been a while. Wow.
Him, Simpleman. There's a lot before the pandemic.
That's the thing.
Then you hit the pandemic, and then it kind of blows up for a minute, right? And then it cools down. A lot of things break up. Yeah. And then yeah, dude, yeah. But man, eat your dinner, bro. I gotta.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you for everybody in the chat. I appreciate was it JLS or was it? Let me see who gave me the super chat earlier. I'm getting close. JSS Brooklyn. Thank you, JSS. I'm about 15 bucks away from another YouTube check. So every time I get money from YouTube from all the super chats, I buy a banger book. My last one was this one right here. I took 4 months of super chats. It was like two checks, and I got that Black Widow bitch. So give me a couple more of them checks. It'll get me a couple more books, and I'll use those books, and I'm gonna take all my super chats and get an X-Men one. That's what's up, dude. So thank you guys. Appreciate everybody coming through. Thank you, Darth.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we got to touch on this again. Drew Manchu knows his shit. Drew's been around for a millennium on that day. What's this? 1972 when the books went to 20 cents. Lots of laughs. Yeah, there was the Big Me McFly and Son of Crom beef where Son of Crom traded a Tales of Suspense 39 for some Batman books, but that's just me making it up. They're actually friends. They're actually good buddies. Scoundrel took him to the cleaners. You come and you go. There's a joke there. Oh. Yeah, you get it, Son of Crom. Yeah, this guy right here traded a fucking Tales of Suspense for a bunch. I don't know what Batman books he got, but I bet they were fucking good ones because the first Iron Man, woo, that's a fucking banger, boy. Anyways, congrats to Son of Crom and Big B McFly. I'm out of here, man. I got a whole plate of spaghetti. Thank you, Crom or fucking Darth. We'll do more of this later, but this was a good layout. We're gonna leave with my so-called life or my little bullet points in YouTubery. It goes pre-recorded, Google Hangout, the MCU, Walking Dead, StreamYard, Corona. That's what I think. So yeah, if you guys got any ones you want to put in the chat, let me know. That's all I got for today. I'll see y'all later, man.
Biggie.